you're very welcome back to the show. Now, this is the worst condition you've probably never heard of. EB is a rare genetic skin blistering condition that causes the skin layers and internal body linings to separate. Even gentle skin contact can cause devastating wounds. Now, DEBRA Ireland was established in 1988 by the families of EB patients to provide information and support for sufferers of the condition. And now I'm joined by one of their patient ambassadors, Emma Fogarty. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure to have you here, because before the break, we were talking about hugging and how, if you're a hugger or you're not a hugger, that's not really an option for you, is it?
No, not really.
Tell us about EB.
So EB is epidermolysis bullosa. It's also known as the butterfly condition. Yeah. So basically my skin will be as fragile as the wings of a butterfly. So basically I'm missing the collagen in my skin. So you have collagen to hold your skin layers together, to knit them together. I'm missing that, so I've nothing to hold the skin layers together. So if I got hugged or if somebody bumped off me or rubbed off me, the skin would tear or blister. Oh
my God, that's absolutely frightening when you think about it, because we all take little things like this for granted. We have three layers of skin, your dermis, your epidermis, and you have the collagen. The collagen knits it all together. That's what you don't have.
I'm missing.
Apart from the external wounds that we can see here, internally, does it affect you as well?
Yeah. Everywhere is affected, from inside to out, top to bottom, you're infected.
When you were born, your parents were told you wouldn't even last the week.
Yeah, they were.
You're a miracle.
Well, I don't know about that.
I think it's fair you are.
I don't know about that, but yes, they were. When I was born in Kilkenny. The doctors who had me or got me never had heard of EB. They didn't know what it was. I was born with no skin in my left foot and my right arm, and they'd never seen anything like it. And I was christened there and then with my dad there, and I was rushed to Crumlin, and the doctor there said that I wouldn't last a week and it would be better off if I didn't.
When did you realise that something was different about you when you were growing up?
Probably school. It was probably school, seeing all the children around me playing, doing what they wanted, not having to be careful, not having to watch every step they took, every move they made, what they played with, what they didn't play with, if they bumped off each other. That was when I think I noticed that something was definitely different about me, because I, at that young age, at 4 or 5, was already aware that you had to be careful with doing certain things. Yeah.
And secondary school wasn't the easiest for you?
No, it wasn't. I loved primary school. I think it was my favourite place. I still go back to visit and stuff. I loved it. I did, because when you meet children at 4 years old, they accept you because you're 4 and they don't understand. They just accept you for what you are. But I think young teenagers who don't understand something, they don't want to ask the questions, and they look at you differently, and I found it quite hard in school. Yeah.
But for someone with your condition, not only did you do primary and secondary school, you went on to college.
I did.
What did you do in college?
I did business and marketing.
And how did you find college? Was it a bit more liberating for you?
Oh,
because
I loved it.
I suppose the tolerance level has opened up again there.
Exactly, yes. I loved it because it was a bit more of independence, it was a bit more freedom. I lived on my own with other students. It was totally new. I mean, I was told that I would never go to school, I would never go to college, I would never drive a car, and I went to college and I did all those things, and it was great, and it gave me that independence and freedom, but I had to have a PA. There was no way that I could have done any of that without the help of a PA. And she basically became my mother. She's my medication, my feeding system, my bandages.
And there's no cure for you?
No cure.
So how do you manage your condition?
Treatment. Bandaging is the best option. There's layers. It's not just a plaster, it's layers of bandaging. So there's 4 layers under here of bandages and creams and different things. And there's antibiotic creams, there's steroid creams, and you have to base what you put on a wound based on how the wound looks. If you have an infection, if you don't, how it looks, if it's deep, if it's shallow, whatever way.
And how often do you have to change your bandages?
Every second day.
I have to say you're an amazing woman, even for coming on here today, because I would like to say lots of curses now, because it's an awful of a condition to have.
It is.
It's
I have
awful.
to agree.
It's rotten. It's horrible. There's no redeeming fact. It's cruel. It's very cruel.
It's cruel. It is, because you're in constant pain. You live.
Do you ever have a pain-free moment?
No. And for the amount of medication I'm on, ranging from paracetamol to ketamine.
Horse tranquilizers.
Yeah.
You're on ketamine.
Yeah.
And still not.
There's no pain relief. None. It takes the edge off, but at this moment in time, I'm in pain.
Oh my God, it never goes.
No, never goes. Never.
The work done by DEBRA Ireland now, I know, is absolutely amazing. It was founded in 1988. As you said, the 300 people in Ireland with it, with your particular condition, 10, 15 maybe. But what does DEBRA Ireland mean for you, I suppose, plus your family? I know your mother's here with us here today, because it doesn't just affect you, it affects us, everybody around you. And I suppose growing up with that, and I suppose knowing that you worry your family as well, it must have been difficult.
It is. I mean, when I was born, there was nothing. There was no DEBRA Ireland. There was no doctors, no nurses that specialised in EB. Nobody really knew nothing about it. And then when DEBRA Ireland was established by the families, and then it grew into a charity, it was amazing. And they were a huge support system. They're brilliant. They not only fundraise to find a cure someday for EB and find a treatment or a new painkiller, whatever it may be, but they support the families. They give emotional support.
And who do you talk to if you're having, is there counsellors within DEBRA Ireland? Do you have other people with your condition that you can chat to? Because no one can know what you're going through except you. I mean, I don't know. I have a vague idea from what you're telling me and from what I know about it. Nobody knows what you're going through except you.
No, nobody really knows what it is. And there's two patient support workers in DEBRA Ireland, and they go around and they visit all the families with EB, and they do great work. They really do. They visit as many people as they can. They get around to everyone. I've seen them a lot, but the problem is no one with the EB is around my age. The next age to me is 14. I'm the only adult with my form of it, the kind of the severe form of it.
What's the cause of EB?
The collagen.
The cause. I mean, it's not contagious or any kind of that. You're born with it.
No, it's not contagious.
So it's genetic.
You're born with it. Yeah, I was born with it. I was born with no skin on my left foot or my arm, and there was no telling during the pregnancy that anything was wrong at all.
So it's just luck of the draw, basically.
Luck of the draw, yeah. So both my parents had the gene, and they met, and they had me, and that was it. And it's a 1 in 4 chance then of having another baby with EB again.
Yeah. Now next week is going to be a very busy week for you, I would imagine.
Week,
yeah, it's EB Awareness Week. I mean, you've had some fantastic support over the years from some very high-profile people that are kind of easy on the eye as well.
Not too bad.
and your ambassadors, I suppose, and your patrons mean a lot to the charity as well, don't they?
They do. They do. We're very lucky.
Johnny Sexton, I do believe. Who else?
Johnny Sexton, Ray Darcy.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell has supported us over the years.
Yeah.
Catherine Thomas has supported us. We've a huge amount of people in Ireland that have supported us. So we're very lucky.
Yeah. What's your aim now over from next week? What's the message you want to get out to people there?
Awareness. People need to know about EB. It's the most horrific condition. And to watch a young child, I've had 34 years of this, to watch a young child go through what I've gone through, it's heartbreaking to watch. So we need to get the word out there that EB is real, it's cruel, it's horrible, and we need to make a change. We need to have it known out there, and we need to find a cure ultimately. So we've got butterfly tattoos. So we're asking people to get butterfly tattoos from DEBRA Ireland or from Apple Green, and we're asking them to wear them on their arm or their hand or their face or wherever they want.
They're not permanent, by the way, lads.
No,
only their transfers.
Maybe I should have said that. And post a photo on social media. And the most important thing is to text butterfly to 50300 to donate €4.